Weeks 6 and 7, I was in full hate mode. Hi, and welcome to weeks 6 through 9 of my hypopressive training journey. This is the phase where it actually starts to feel like training and not just something I'm trying to figure out anymore. So I am currently 6 months postpartum, and I'm going to share my past few weeks of training. I am noticing a real difference in my body now, and there is a lot less heaviness, especially through my core. And I feel more stable, like actual stability, not just trying to hold my stomach in. And the most interesting part about that is that the apneas have kind of actually found their place. It is happening a lot more naturally now, and I can feel that I'm doing the exercises in a completely different way than before, which is great. Mentally, I've also shifted. I feel calmer and more present, and I have way less stress around my body, especially around my stomach and rib cage area. So now it is less about trying to fix it and more about trying to understand it. The whole workout process, the shift in my body, the issues from birth. But that hasn't been easy. Weeks 6 and 7, I was in full hate mode. This training was getting to me and I couldn't feel anything, and I was struggling to connect, and it was just full on hate. I felt a lot more resistance in my body, but I recognize that feeling. It is usually at the same time when change is happening. And I was pushing my limits, and I was doing workouts that I didn't want to do, and I was tired from having an infant baby, and I struggled to stay consistent because time and sleep and doing this workout, for me, that is the real challenge. So for week 6, I had a check-in with my pro trainer, and I got answers to a lot of my questions. I finally felt like I was at the place where I was supposed to be. I also learned a few more positions. They're complex, but a lot more fun, which helps. In week 7, I had more guidance and I had my PT session, but I was exhausted. And this is probably the week where my motivation got tested the most. In week 8, I had my first group session with the whole team, which is an online group session. And it was a lot more fun than I expected. Everyone had their camera on and we got live feedback from Sadie herself. But honestly, at that point, you're just too focused on yourself to think about anyone else. So it was a comfortable setting, even though we were like 60 people. And this is the week where I actually started to feel more activation and looking at some more motivation, even though it was full hate mode. That week, I also went back and I relearned the breathing technique so that I would get more effect in the coming weeks, really. And we finally introduced the bands, which I was really excited for, because now I can actually feel the pull while working out. Week 9 and the last week I'm going to tell you about this time, we started with the group session focused on relaxation, and we had a Q&A. I also learned this week that your menstrual cycle can affect the effect of the training and how everything feels in your body. Lower estrogen can mean more discomfort and more pressure. And for me, that explained a lot. I also started adding more guided relaxation because in my case, I definitely need to loosen up all the tensions around my body, especially for my hips. So I used some bonus videos on lifting and breathing and just everyday movements. For this training method, there was a lot of things that I had to unlearn. And this might be the biggest thing for me, really, that I have had a lot to unlearn after giving birth. How I breathe, how I lift, even how to go to the bathroom without pushing or straining. And that just says a lot about how we're taught about women's health and the pressure pregnancy and birth is on your body, really. I think the thing that surprised me the most about hypopressive training is how much it is about letting go and not about tightening in your body. So if you've been curious about trying this out for yourself, I am following the hypopressive training Norway method, which equals the reset in English. And I obviously have a discount code for you, as this is a collaboration with them. And I have all the info linked in the description. And before I go, I want to know, have you tried hypopressive training yet? Or is this just completely new to you? Did you learn anything? Let me know, because I am curious to know if I'm the only one who didn't know all of these basic things before going into this training. And I would love to hear your experience. And that is all I had to sum up these past few weeks, and I will see you in the last video where I round up my entire experience. Bye!